We had some 2026 WWE releases earlier in the year, so I kind of want to talk about that a little bit. And I know some of them got signed other places, and I know some are still waiting to be signed. So I just want to talk about the releases and how I feel about where they're going or where they're already at. Starting with Zelina Vega, I love Zelina so much. I loved her with the title. I'm genuinely upset that she's not with WWE anymore. I do think that she could have been handled a lot better. But as for where do I think she is going next, I don't know. She is doing a lot with her podcast with Charlie. And Charlie, also known as Dakota Kai, was another one that was released. But I do want to see them both be in the same company or the same place so that way we can see them in action together because they're just hilarious on the podcast together. They're awesome. I love it. Definitely want to see them both either be a tag team or go against each other, and I really do think that somewhere like AEW is really good for that. Same with Aleister Black. I mean, I want him and Zelina to go somewhere together and kind of be like a tag team, like they were like a married couple tag team, so that way they can go against like other couples that are dating or other married couples within a company. I feel like that would be really, really cool. Plus, I did really love the House of Black, so maybe even getting like, this is fantasy booking here, but like Aleister Black, Zelina Vega with like the Triangle of Madness. I feel like that would be awesome because we also have Julia Hart, which was in the House of Black. So it's like we can have a little reunion of that. The Wyatt Six shocked me. It really, really shocked me that they let them go because they were in this storyline already with the MFTs. So I was just shocked that it didn't go any further or have anything new for them. But we do know that Nikki is going like independent and she already has a new name. So I mean that's good for her. I don't know for anybody else. I haven't really done a whole lot of research on this one. This was just a suggestion from one of my friends to do a video on this. So I just gathered pictures and I'm just doing it. Like I mentioned previously, I do think a place like AEW or something would be good for them because then, like I said, it would be like a faction. So then maybe if they did like a House of Black thing, then it could be like the House of Black versus the Wyatt Six. Like just, it's something that I personally would like to see. One that shocked all of us was Kairi Sane. She had this thing going with Asuka, and I am pretty upset that they didn't finish it out with Asuka, with Kairi actually like leaving Asuka to say, no, like I'm done putting up with your bull, and then just, exiting that way. So that kind of shocked me there, but I do believe she is back home in Japan, so she's probably gonna be signing somewhere independent down there or like New Japan Pro Wrestling. Which, if that's the case, we could very well see her in AEW at some point. Maybe. Santos Escobar, I don't really have a lot to say on him. He was never really a favorite of mine, but I do think a good place for him would either be like AAA or CMLL or something within like the Luchas. This guy, bro, we saw him debut at Slammiversary, a TNA pay-per-view, formerly known as Apollo Crews. He is now Uhaa Nation. I can't get past that name, bro. I get that as part of his name, but I mean Uhaa, like Uhaa Nation. I mean, I can't. Uhaa is just a funny name, not like a name to me, but like a funny word. I just heard, I was like, Uhaa, what is that? And like I looked it up, and it's actually part of his name. But I mean, Uha Nation, like Uha as a first name. I mean, like, you could have just gone with, like, his actual name, like Isaac or something, like Isaac Uha or something, that would have been a whole lot better. But I don't really know what to say about him. I liked him when he was in WWE as Apollo Crews, but since Slammiversary, we have not seen him. But he put up a good fight at Slammiversary. I'll give him that one. I don't know what else to say about him because we just haven't seen him with this new company and new name and new everything. We just haven't seen it yet. Zoe Stark, I do believe, was let go due to her injury and not, like, coming back at, like, the time that WWE was, like, expecting or whatever. But, I mean, you can't really rush injuries. I don't really know. I do think it was a medical thing, though. She isn't that bad of a wrestler. However, she wasn't on my top list as a favorite. So, I mean, I can't really say where I want to see her to go because, again, if it is the whole injury thing, we don't know when she's going to be okay to wrestle again. Alba Fire has gone back to her name, Kaylee Ray, and she just recently debuted in Eve, and I saw something about her winning a title, but I'm not exactly sure if that's current or, like, back in a while back, or I don't know. But I am glad that she signed somewhere in Eve. I have not personally watched Eve, but I do know that Chris Statlander wrestled there, Dakota Kai wrestled there, and I do know that it is a good place for wrestlers, and it's kind of like an independent thing. So I'm happy for her. Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods. I have heard rumors about AEW. I have heard the rumors of AEW Forbidden Door that they could have been, debuting there. Which I wouldn't be mad about. That I feel like they do belong in AEW. There's so many good tag teams that they could wrestle with. The Rascals being one of them. I just feel like, that would be a really good fit. And again, there's so many ex-WWE superstars in AEW where they could, like, reunite. So I feel like that would be pretty awesome in itself, too. And then lastly, we have JC Mateo and Tongaloa from the MFTs. I was not a big MFT fan, honestly. So, I mean, just really anywhere they go, I'd be happy with. I feel like they would really be good as still, like, a team going against another team like the System. Another pretty powerful team, but I can't really picture them in any way like AEW or TNA right now. But wherever there's a place that has people like that, I do think they would benefit from. But that's pretty much all of my thoughts on all of the recent releases from WWE and where I think they're going to be headed off to, and my thoughts on how they're doing in the companies that they're in now.